This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude.
And I have to warn everyone, warning, what you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting.
Sound good?
Alright, sounds good to me.
It'll be quite possibly the final throwback Fight Night Fridays ever. And the reason I say that is because last week when I played Street Fighter on Friday, it didn't go so well. It ended up being kind of boring and frustrating because we couldn't find opponents. The opponents we found, some of them were trolling, and some of them just had awful connections to the point where it wasn't very fun to play anymore. Which sucks because I've had a lot of great experiences playing Street Fighter over the last month and a half or whatever. And it's kind of sucky that this last session was so bad. We're going to see what happens again this Friday, and if it ends up being kind of shitty, then that's probably going to be the last hurrah for my Friday Night Street Fighter stuff. You know, it just sucks, but that's reality. Is if you can't get good matches, why are you wasting time on it, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens this Friday.
Very matter-of-factly, the best way to contribute would be by tipping me, because tips I can use right away. I can put towards bills. I can, tomorrow when I go grocery shopping, I buy groceries with tips. I'm serious. Like, all the stuff that I usually spend money on is usually based off of tips. You feed me more. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. Let's face it, is a money factory. Please give me your monies. Today in particular, guys, again, I'm going to ask if you could tip me, please do. Reason being, past couple of days, tips have been pretty slow, or at least yesterday tips were very slow. And I got my day off tomorrow, which is actually earlier than usual. So, it's kind of tight right now. If you tip me today, it helps me out more than anything else. If you are considering contributing today and you can tip me, please do. I really need the tip support today so that I can actually, afford to actually do my errands and stuff tomorrow. Okay? And you could look at that and be like, wow, look at what this guy has actually accomplished. Oh my god! Oh my god!
I broke the yoke on that one. That was a massive failure.
Wow.
So PW asks, what's the biggest pizza you've ever eaten alone? Man, the biggest pizza I've ever eaten alone. Well, in general, I almost never eat pizza alone. What I would say is, okay, alright, I have an honest answer for this. I'm thinking about it now. I don't think it's a matter of the biggest pizza, it's how much, okay? Because, for example, I used to go out, again, with my parents once a week when I lived in Connecticut, and we'd go to dinner, and if we went to Vinny's Pizza, I'd keep the leftover pizza, and I would eat that as food over the next week. I'd have it 2-3 times that week. So, you might say, oh, well, that pizza, we all shared it, but then I ended up eating more than half of it myself, but it was over the course of a week. It wasn't like I sat there and wolfed down the pizza in one sitting. I would say the most pizza I've ever eaten in one sitting, no lie, was probably like half of a pizza.
That's 100% a lie.
So obviously he lied.
I had to lie. I'm good at lying.
And that's because I used to be an overeating fat kid. I used to always eat too much, and go crazy with the food. And sometimes I would eat so much, I would eat half a pizza, okay? Now, in reality, the most pizza I've ever eaten... Now, this is a story, I don't know if I've ever even told you guys this before, okay? In the mid-2000s, I was pretty poor, alright? My job that I had wasn't a high-paying job, and I had rent that I was paying. I was sharing an apartment with 2 other people, and basically to make ends meet, I had to cut corners whenever I possibly could and save money as much as I possibly could. So, in the mid-2000s, Domino's Pizza used to have this deal, alright? And the deal was as follows. The 5-5-5 deal. And what it was is you could get 3 medium pizzas, any toppings, meaning any pizza in their entire, menu, for $5, medium size. And so what I would do is, especially if my roommates weren't around, because this would happen, they would go away for the weekend, they would visit family or friends, and, they wouldn't be around. So I'm here by myself, I'm not gonna cook, right? I don't want to constantly be going out to get food. So what I would do, I would order from Domino's, and I would do their 5-5-5 deal. So I would get, like, a Philly cheesesteak pizza, alright? A all meats pizza, and then I would get, like, a regular standard pepperoni pizza or something like that, alright?
I loved red meat, alright?
Now, this is absolutely awful. Don't do this. Now that I'm much older, you know, this is like 15 years later, I look back at this time of my life, I'm like, man, I was a fucking complete idiot. But then again, I was a young moron, and I did a lot of stupid stuff back then. To do this to your body is atrociously bad, so this is a disclaimer. Don't do anything like this. In fact, you couldn't do this anyway because they don't have this deal anymore, okay? But seriously, all right, don't do this to your body, all right? So I would order this 555 deal, all right? And then immediately when it showed up, I would eat like half one of the pizzas, okay? Then, later on that day, I would eat more pizza. Then the next day, I would wake up in the morning, I'd be hungry, and I'd have pizza. And then later on that day, I'd get hungry again, I'd have pizza. And then, the next day, I'd have pizza. So, I'm not even kidding. Like, I would try to convince myself, oh, it's okay because, you know, one's Philly cheesesteak and one's a meats pizza. This is different food I'm eating.
They are very high in acid. It's true, acid levels for your body. So if you actually eat a lot, you're actually going to raise the natural acid level of your body and make yourself susceptible to diseases that have to do with acid, including one that I know all too well, gout. I learned the hard way, okay?
No. No. You know, when you eat pizza, that's supposed to be basically, you know, a treat for your body, an exorbitant, fatty, disgusting treat that you have once like a month, right? You can't eat pizza all the time. You will die. You'll become overweight. You will have high cholesterol, high blood pressure. You know, everything about it is bad for you. You can't eat pizza all the time. It's great, don't get me wrong. You can't. But, like, I would do this. Seriously, I would do this sometimes multiple times a month. I'm not even kidding, because think of it, 555, so for $15, I would feed myself for, like, 3 days of a week. I wouldn't have to have any other food. Just eat the pizza, eat the pizza, eat the pizza. Back then I was way more heavy. Like I said, the heaviest I ever was like 240. I think at this point in my life I was probably around 230 something. It was one of my fattest points of my life, okay? So, yeah. It's not good to do. It's horrible for yourself. Don't ever do that. But that's a true story. That was mid-2000s, so, you know, 15 years ago. PW Dubs tipped another $1 and says, have you ever thought about becoming a pizza delivery driver? No. And I never would. I can't do a lot of driving anyway. Like you guys, I told you guys, the reason I really like it out here in Washington is because all the things I need to do to drive to are really right next to me. I don't need to do a lot of driving. And that's a good thing because, you know, a person with back problems like I have, even though my back hasn't really bothered me the past couple of years, probably because I don't drive a lot. So if I was driving constantly, I'd probably have back issues. So no, I'm never going to be a pizza delivery driver. Never considered it, okay?
I love coming to work today. When I used to play a game, man, I gotta find a way to make this boring ass fucking game entertaining, so I just gotta make stupid sexual comments the entire time I played the game. It was a chore. Now I actually get to enjoy what I do for a living. It's very different.
Alright guys, I'm back. Real briefly, before we begin here, I want to check a few people. I got a few unbanned requests. And I want to see who these people are. Alright, I'm going to give this guy a second chance too. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I might regret this one, but I'm going to be nice. Okay. You know, sometimes unbanning people works, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes people learn their lesson, like, okay, I'm not going to be annoying anymore. I'm not going to insult you anymore. I'm going to just chill and, you know, have fun on the streams. And then sometimes, some people just don't learn at all. They come back and immediately act like assholes. So I guess we'll see what happens with some of these people.
Just a reminder, guys, if you want to help me out, and please, you know, if you can today, please tip me. Like I said, yesterday tips were really, really light, and tomorrow I'm actually going out earlier than usual this week. So any tips you know, today are going to directly help me, like, afford my groceries and stuff tomorrow. So please tip me if you can today, okay, guys? I'm appreciative for any contributions, but tipping would help me more today. I don't know anything about a Venmo player. And he says, I don't have the ability to do PayPal or debit credit. Then you have no ability to do anything. If you can't do PayPal, debit, or credit, you don't have any financials. You don't exist. So, enough with your nonsense. What the fuck is Venmo? Oh, here's the toxic bullshit. Toxic again. I don't have items to get rid of toxic. So I can't cure toxic. And the toxic is still fucking going. Please understand that I'm not toxic. I'm not. Phil has indoctrinated children who send him money, blatantly milking for money. It's a money pit. It's gone. Just gone like that. In an instant. Fucking gone. I just care about money. I just can't help it. By eBay. Contributions are mandatory, but I need your help. I am appealing directly to you. No decency, no respect, no common sense, no fucking maturity is the guy who just doesn't get reality.